G.I. Joe fans, JMV82 here. It is time for another G.I. Joe toy review, and I have been excited to do this review, and I figure it's time. Let's just knock it out of the way. Good way to wrap up Convergence for this year, at least for me. There's still one more day. We're going to be looking at the 1986 Cobra / Dreadnok Swampfire. This is the Swampfire from my childhood. I purchased it with some money I got from mowing lawns as a kid. Had a nice little business going on there for a time. I purchased it from the KB Toys outlet store. It was located in VF Factory Outlet in Mesa, Arizona. The outlet mall is still there, and as far as I know, KB Toys is still there. We have a KB Toys outlet in Tempe in the Arizona Mills Mall. So I purchased this a year after it had discontinued. So the Swampfire was released in '86, and it was on the shelves until '88 when it was discontinued at that time. And its original retail price is $4.99. When I bought it, I know I paid a lot less than that because I made $10 that day. And in 1990, $10 was quite a bit of money. I was still in junior high at the time. Ninth grade, it's high school for some states. Out here it was junior high. 7 through 9 was junior high, but they recently changed it. But that's here nor there. So I snatched this up right away when I bought it, because I always loved the Dreadnoks. I didn't have Zartan at the time. Actually, didn't have any of the Dreadnoks at the time. But I wanted this vehicle, and I am so glad that I bought it. It's very, very simply made. I thoroughly enjoyed it as a kid. And one of the really cool features on the Swampfire is, as we all know, the color change gimmick. So it's a nice, bright, hot day out there, a brisk 113. So let's go ahead and run this outside and see if it changes colors. All right, this is just for a color comparison. You can see it's this color. I'm going to drag it out here to the sun, and boom, get out of the way. And look at that. It still works. I am really impressed. First time I've had this outside in who knows how many years. I think I took it out once when I first got it to see the color change, and that was it. It is seaworthy. Float it in my dog's water dish. It does float very well. And here it is back in the house. The colors changed back right away. My dog did not like me putting this in her dish, and I can't say that I blame her, but I wasn't going to fill up the sink and waste water. So she's going to have to live with it. So taking a look at this, it is a very cool vehicle. It is Mask meets G.I. Joe. And what do I mean by that? Well, Mask had vehicles that were 2-in-1. Excuse me. So to convert this to boat, pull the blades out, if I can. Those fold right back up. Lift the two pontoons up, and voila, you have a boat. I know it will not float very well. It will not be stable without the pontoons being deployed. And that's pretty smart. I like that idea because you have two foot pegs on either side so you could carry 2 more Dreadnoks and the pilot in here. Its armaments are very scarce. It has this gun, which does rotate around. A commonly missing piece, but look at that gun. It is pretty cool. I think they could have put some hand grips on there, but that's okay. I especially like the barrel. Look at that. Really cool looking gun in general. The propeller blades come off fairly easy. You see that they're serrated. I think that not only adds to the intimidation factor, but when they're flying through the swamp, it could cut down anything in its path. It does fit on this teardrop slot. Goes right onto this peg right here, and dog water's leaking all over. Now I got dog slobber on my display. But what you do, if you could see that, just attach the blade on to there, lock it into place, as well as the other one. There's really no 2 ways to put the blade on until you put on the decal. Then the decal is, or no one way I should say, and then the decal marks which end goes up, rotates very nicely. I still have the fishing line attached to it because I have this hanging from the ceiling, but the pontoons are hooked onto this little bracket right here. You see on the bottom, they're grooved for little dynamics in the water. Nice Cobra sigil and sticker for machine panels. This is a pirate cutlass on the side. Pretty cool for Dreadnoks. And on the back here is a working tail rotor. Let me spin it around so I could demonstrate, but you just turn the little knob and it rotates. That piece protrudes out so you could hold on to it and rotate it. Has a hydrofoil here on the bottom, and the top part is just a tail fin. The rest of the boat, you could see hopefully, looks like it's made out of wood. It has 2 air intakes on here, and they clip right into the side. I've never had this apart since I assembled it all those years ago. But be careful. These clips, as you can see, they can break off, because this light blue plastic and the green are notorious for breaking. And this is just killing me having to put that back together. Oh, whew, nothing broke. Okay. But it is notorious for breaking. Especially with the Sears exclusives, those are commonly found on the aftermarket with the softer green plastic broken off. But additional feature on here is this control lever. But all in all, it's a very simple vehicle, a very fun vehicle to play with. John and I never had this as kids, but I know if he were here when I bought it, it would definitely have been in the swimming pool with us. So I really love that vehicle. It's definitely in my top 10. Getting all tangled up here for vehicles. I was 14, so I wasn't playing with toys anymore at that age. I was more into bicycles, BB guns, and dirt bikes. So that occupied my time, but my kid brother, 7 years younger than me, was still playing with G.I. Joe at that point. But for it being an inexpensive vehicle, it had a lot going for it, and I really love that Hasbro did that, because it gave kids a chance to have a vehicle at a cheaper price, and it still had some really cool play features. And the fact that it's Dreadnok makes it that much more popular. How popular? We're going to find out. Well, not right now. What's another interesting point about this? It was released in Brazil, but it didn't come like this. I'll show you the picture. Hold on to your skivvies. It's pretty cool. Can you believe that? Python Patrol. I nearly soiled my knickers when I saw that. Python Patrol, for crying out loud. Was that cool or what? And this screen keeps on going black on me. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I'll leave that in as an outtake. But how cool is that? If any of you are looking to customize a vehicle, because I'm sure that Python Patrol is incredibly rare and you're going to pay up the nose for it, and for good reason. So you customizers out there, I know there are a lot of you out there who are very talented. Customize one of those and share it with us. That would be so cool. Customize it in Python Patrol colors. Man, I wish I had that one. I didn't know about it until I was researching this review. So that brings me to my favorite segment of this show, Byron's Gripes. Yes, do I have stuff to gripe about today? The past few times I haven't had much to gripe about because people were reducing the prices. But there's one person out there who thinks he's sitting on Solomon's treasures here. So, you want one that's incomplete. They range from $750 to $38.24. For an incomplete, I would not pay $38.24 for it unless I had the parts already. Now the $750, I'm going to get back to that because it's just missing the pontoons. The blades, $2.99 each. The pontoons are $2.75 each without the bracket, to $269 to $275. All right, those do not come with the brackets. Complete, $29.99 to $129.99. And what are you thinking? If you just pulled that out of the box and assembled it and selling it, okay, it's new old stock. So $129.99, I still wouldn't pay it. That is just insane, sir. There's one that comes boxed with extra parts. Deal of the day, $44.99. Yes, if you don't buy that for that price, somebody else will. It won't be me. I'm pinching my pennies right now. I kind of have to. Work is scarce right now. So, please, somebody buy that at that price. $44.99. You just need to get on eBay and type in 1986 Dreadnok Swampfire. It'll pop up. I checked this just 45 minutes ago. It's still on the site. You want one that's complete, mint in box, $69.99 to $99.99. Now $100 for a mint box, yeah, that's decent, especially if you're a mint in box collector. Now the two pontoons that come with the bracket, $6. You add that to the $750, you're going to have $13.50, maybe an additional $8 in shipping. So that's going to be $21.50. Hey, That is a smoking deal. I hope my math is correct. It's just pulling out the top of my head. Okay, so complete. Get this, complete. And it comes with action figures. This is another deal of the day. The action figures are incomplete, but it comes with Zartan. He has his chest plate, so that's a bonus. Buzzer. It only comes with his chainsaw and backpack. Xandar, Zorana, Zanzibar. Get this. Hold on to your seats, my friends. $59.99. Deal of the day again. Snatch that one up, man. You're getting like 40, 50 some dollars in action figures, especially Zartan. If you're shopping for him, you know his prices are soaring. People love Zartan. And on top of it, his legs are that brown plastic. It gets brittle over time. So this Zartan is in very good shape. The pelvis isn't broken, so bang on. It's a home run with that. The gun, $3.55. Okay. Goosefraba. Get this. $44.95 for that little gun that mounts on the front. There are others out there for $5.94 and another for $10. Why pay $44.95? I think this is just gospel according to Byron. That this person is either was a collector and is no longer collecting and knows it's G.I. Joe and knows G.I. Joe is valuable. Or B, he knew or had collected in the past and knows G.I. Joe is valuable, but does not know the current market prices. So they're saying, oh, G.I. Joe, oh my gosh, this is going to bring in money. And it goes with my favorite saying, everybody, just because it says G.I. Joe, it's right, it doesn't make it valuable. And I'm not picking on this guy. I'm not picking on eBay for those of you who are just joining me. This is for entertainment purposes, for the fun of it. It gives me a little chance to vent about these ridiculously high prices. And it makes it hard for collectors who are on a fixed budget, who have a family, the 9-to-5er, that wants to start collecting and share these toys with their children. And they can't afford it. What about the kid out there who wants to start buying these things? I know one guy, he goes by the screen name of Green Yeti, 14 years old, good kid. He is collecting G.I. Joe, and I think that is freaking awesome. He works at a vintage toy store, lucky sucker, so he knows what's going on with these toys, and he loves them. So I'm sure he gets a good deal on them, but for the average kid who doesn't have that particular life circumstance, who's wanting to collect, it's hard for them. And I also set up these prices so you guys who are just starting out will have an idea of what the market is looking like. So you want the blueprints. This is about average for the blueprints, $4.25 to $6.99. The tail section, $1.99. Here we go again. Mr. $44.95 is speaking up. $67.45. That is not a commonly missing piece. It doesn't break easily. It secures right into the boat without any problem. I mean, look at that. I am pulling really bloody hard on that, and it's not coming out. Dog slobber. Thanks. She said, well, you floated it in my dog dish. So, why is this individual $67.45? Okay, get with the program here, buddy. Have an orange Coke and a smile. Relax. Chill. Goose fraba with me. And the final, the air intake covers, unbroken, $2.99. I do highly recommend you buy this. It's a sturdy toy for its age. It can handle a little bit of play, rough play with children. I wouldn't throw it and crash it and stuff. Just be careful with, as with all antiques, but especially with the Dreadnok green plastic. It does have a tendency to be frail. It displays well. I have it hanging up on my ceiling, and you know, it's anything Dreadnok. See, I didn't plan this. I just put this t-shirt on this morning and didn't even correlate the two until I started reviewing. Is awesome. I think one of the Road Pig is the most popular Dreadnok aside from Zartan, who is selling at a premium right now. Oh, I failed to mention, I'm sorry, I didn't read my notes far enough. The Zorana that's being sold with the Swampfire is the earring Zorana. She is pretty rare, not incredibly rare, but she's harder to find. So again, you're getting a fabulous deal on that. So let me read that again. This is how great of a deal it is. And if I had the extra Fazzuls, I would go out and buy it. So it is complete. Comes with Zartan with the chest plate, Buzzer with the backpack and chainsaw, Xandar, earring Zorana, and Zanzibar. And his hair is actually in a good condition. Retro Blasting did a repair video on him. If his hair's all funky and matted up, use that mane and tail shampoo that you buy out in the stores. That'll fix it right up. You just slop that on there and let it set for a while. So $59.99 for those. That is a fabulous deal. So there you have it, guys, the Dreadnok Swampfire. And I can't say enough good about this gnarly vehicle. I mean, I mowed a lawn to buy it. You know, I'm so grateful. Oh, goodness. So glad that I bought it back then, as the price has just gone up on it. And, you know, buy it if you don't have it. Wow. So, everything being said, check me out on Twitter, Joe Motion Videos 82. If you want to shoot me an email, my email will be down at the bottom in the description. If you want to become a channel supporter, I have my coffee account set up down at the bottom. You leave a one-time tip, become a supporter. And also, if you would like to make a donation or a donation to this channel, is all you need to do is just mail something, not at all obligated. Please don't feel like you have to, but it'll really help this channel grow. A lot of these, actually all of it has come, most of it has come out of my pocket, aside from the few donations that I've received from N.J.Ed and Vinny C. Some of it's from my childhood. The lion's share I've had to purchase, but it would help me out a great deal. And you become a channel supporter, and supporters are eligible for their own separate giveaway, as well as everybody who is a subscriber will be eligible for a giveaway. So when I reach 500, I will be holding a giveaway for subscribers and channel supporters. And you know, it's just my way of thanking you guys for subscribing, for supporting the channel, for finding me worthy enough for those compliments, and they are compliments, and I don't take them lightly at all. You guys have big hearts, and I do really greatly appreciate it. This whole community of G.I. Joe is fabulous. I notice we don't tear each other down if we make a mistake about an action figure or a comic book or anything like that, as other forms I've noticed. Some people out there just crucify you. You misquote something, but I haven't seen that in G.I. Joe yet. And why? I wish I knew. I don't understand the psychology of it. All I know is that we are made up of a bunch of really awesome men and women and kids, boys and girls, that just love the toy line. I love action figures, and that is cool. It gives me a sense of belonging. You know, being the nerd growing up in high school, or actually throughout my career from grade school up until high school, I did have my friends, but I was mainly saw as a nerd, except for when test time came around. Then I really found out what people thought of me, because they were coming up to me, hey, help me study. But really, I didn't apply myself, and I wasn't getting good grades. I skated through with B's and C's. Just, it could have been higher if I would have done my homework. But yeah, do your homework, kids. It'll pay off in college. So yeah, I never really had a place to fit in until I got into the collector community, and even then I was a bit shy. I'd be afraid of being picked on for collecting toys as an adult, but I found out it's not the case. I mean, there are thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of adult toy collectors out there, and it's obvious we're playing with our toys. We're posting it online. So there's so many people out there. G.I. Joeberg, look at them. They're out there in the ocean playing with their toys. And they have the best sets out there. They're out on a beach, for crying out loud, and I'm landlocked in the middle of the desert. G.I. Joeberg, send me some water and sand. No, don't send the sand. I have plenty out here. I just need water. But, yeah, you guys are great, and I can't thank you enough. So, all that being said, thank you very much for tuning in. Give it a thumbs up. It really helps. Subscribe, share this video. Let's get the word out there that Joe Motion is here to stay, at least for the next 20 years. And don't forget to be kind to everybody. Never know what kind of day we're having out there. Especially be kind to animals. We know nothing. They know nothing but love and compassion. And it's unconditional love. So this is Joe Motion Videos 82 signing off. You guys stay safe. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next week. Until then, peace.